it's a really good football team we beat that was ready to play on their senior day, and it wasn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect with our guys, but it's hard to be the heart of a champion, and those guys just always believed they could win, never panicked, and did some really good things. And we faced a bunch more adversity today with some injuries, and next guy stepped up and came in and made plays. So so happy for the seniors and the captain. There are not very many seniors, but they're the right seniors, and our captains were great, did a phenomenal job of leading this year. And somehow, some way, we have our 6th consecutive Missouri Valley Conference championship. Couldn't be happier.
Take me through that reaction. Saw you down there, right on the markers. What are you thinking? What are you thinking right now?
It's just never easy. And, we're up 2 scores, and, we have an opportunity to kind of put them away, and we don't. And they come back, and they have got a really good offense. I'm really impressed with the quarterback, and they tempoed us. And we were tired, even though we weren't out there that much, just because the front was fine. It's just the back 7 guys were tired because we kept losing guys, and then those same guys were playing on every special team and playing on every snap of defense. And so it was just kind of an exhale of relief and jubilation that that we won 6 straight of these things.
Do you feel like you missed an opportunity to bury them?
I think so. I think if we'd gotten up 35-14, I don't think Bob Nielsen's teams would never quit. So, it still could have been a game. But I thought we had them 28-14 and a couple of good possessions, and we throw the interception on 2nd and short, which we don't want to do, and then we have a 3rd and 1, and we have a holding penalty. Then you're 3rd and 13, and those 2 drives stalled, and then we fumbled on a long run, which would have gotten called back. But all those things take time off the clock.
On the flip side, you got the ball with 4:56 left in round 5.
How awesome was that? That's something that we've been talking about of finish what you started. We talked about it this morning. Finish what you started back in January. Finish what you started on July 31st. And those 3 senior offensive linemen and Cooney and Colin Connor just did a great job, and our backs ran really hard that last series and run out the clock.
G. Tucker going down and allowing the 1 touchdown in the second half. Just talk about being able to adjust on the fly with losing the key.
Yeah, we were adjusting on the fly. Dom played more, in which he's great in the passing situations. We'd rather get him out of the run situations. We played Chris Board some, played Levi Jordan some. Then Plank goes down, so MJ's playing a little out of position. Some guys were playing positions they hadn't practiced a whole lot during the week, but that's part of just knowing our system and being able to make plays. And I thought Greg Menard was a man today, and I don't know what his stats were, but he was always around the quarterback, and that kid's a really good football player.
Can you describe what this does for you, now looking ahead, that you've accomplished what you set out to do in August?
Well, that's our number 1 goal, is to win the Missouri Valley Conference, and we're at least going to get a share of that. And we need a week off. Everybody knows it. We need a week off to get some guys healed up. I was really excited that Bruce Anderson was able to run down on kickoff. I think with 2 weeks off, you'll see a pretty close to full speed Bruce Anderson. That'll help us as a football team moving forward. But hopefully we can get some more guys back. I don't know Pierre's injury, so.
Yeah, he has a knee.
It was a knee, but they didn't think ACL, which is good. So does that MCL? We'll kind of play it out over the next couple days.
Anything about Jalen Wood?
I don't know if it was a stinger. I don't know if it was chest. I'm not sure what his was.
3 touchdown passes today, Chris.
Pardon me?
3 touchdown passes by Easton today.
Yeah, I thought Easton played really well, with the exception of the 1 pick that I'm sure he wishes he wouldn't have thrown. But I thought he put the ball really in good spots. I thought he ran hard. I don't know what we ran the ball for, but we had to have a bunch of yards rushing, 360-something. I thought our plan was really good. I just wish we'd have probably gotten a couple more scores.
Was the pick on Easton, or was it do you like the play call in that second one?
Well, I didn't mind taking a shot, but I think it's one of those things where either your guy can get it or throw it out of bounds. Based on the coverage, and I don't know what the coverage was, Mike, but that's what I heard in the headset was more, if it's not there, throw it out of bounds, and he's going to learn from that. There's no question about that. But I thought the throw he made to Shep and the throw he made to Connor Wentz were great throws.
You always say the next man up thing, but now Kangway and Nick DeLuca, a half about Tucker. They're not just guys.
Yeah,
they're impact guys.
They're difference makers. There's no doubt about that, and that's difficult. But that's just the resolve of our guys. Just You're right. They're impact guys, but the next guy in the game you don't think about it. Okay, you make sure you know what you're doing and get out there and do the best you can. But we were still good up front with our defensive ends and we played some defensive ends at defensive tackle today to try to get a little bit more of a pass rush. And you could tell they were lining up in an empty set, but putting the two tight ends on the tackles' tails to try to chip on Greg and Brad because they didn't. I think we had that matchup pretty well won. How about Easton Stick? He's 18-1. The kid just wins. The kid just wins, and our guys love him so much because he doesn't get rattled. He throws a pick, big deal. He comes back and throws a couple of great balls. How about R.J. Urzendowski? Do you want anybody else to catch the ball on 3rd and 5? That was a big-time catch.
You feel like you have momentum going into the playoffs, which is a stupid question because you're 10-1 and you've won 5 championships in a row.
Yeah.
But this just has a different feel this season, just with all the injuries and everything else.
Yeah, I no question we have momentum just in the fact that we know we're going to have a bye, and we're pretty sure we're going to play at home at least a game. But we need to get healthy. We need to mentally get away from the game and physically heal up. But I like our chances inside Gate City Bank Field.
Should you be number 1 tomorrow when the parents come out?
I don't think there's any question. That's not my call. But I think our body of work with the win over the top 2 team or top 5 teams in Eastern Washington, who I think is a great program, and Charleston Southern, who I think is, and the win over Iowa, and to be a part of this league championship. I don't know what South Dakota State will do, but to be a part of it, I think we've put a pretty good resume out there that we should at least be 1 or 2, and that's what you want.
Today kind of representative the whole season, going back to Charleston, so just grind it out, find a way to line
It sure as heck is. It's going to come down to the 4th quarter. It's going to come down to the last possession. I think we've had all that, but maybe 2 games where it's come to that. And I think that'll help us in the playoffs. I really do, because I think our guys, on defense think, okay, we can always get a stop. But you guys are right. That 5-minute drive or whatever it was today to end that game, probably what our offense needed. Because I thought we did some really good things on offense. We can't turn the ball over, but we did some really good things on offense, and then to finish that game, I think is going to give those guys a lot of confidence.
Chris, what's your impression of what Bob has here? They've been pretty much in every game this year.
Yeah, he's going to get it turned the way he wants to. I have a tremendous amount of respect for Bob. He's one of the best in the business, and he's got a great staff. Billy O'Boyle's a good friend of mine, and they're close, and they have really good players, and he's going to continue to recruit really good players. They have excellent recruiters on their staff, and but everybody in this league's got a chance. That's just it. Everybody can beat everybody in this league. Everybody knows that.